If you were born after 1990, you inherited a bizarre paradox. You were born into a world networked by the internet, yet you're stuck paying the bill for an economy running on fumes. You might spend hours venting about it on social media, wondering why the institutions in charge seem paralyzed. But those institutions are operating as intended. The societal machine isn't broken. It is doing exactly what it was programmed to do. To actually change reality, we have to stop yelling at the hardware. We have to look at the historical source code running in the background and start debugging it. Look at this classroom from the 19th century. Around 1835, expanding empires realized that controlling populations with sheer military force was too expensive. They needed a psychological upgrade. So they installed factory-style schooling systems designed to manufacture obedient, unquestioning clerks. Then came a massive system update in 1945. When the United States dropped atomic bombs on a defeated Japan, it was a brutal broadcast to the rest of the world. A new, unchallengeable global hierarchy had arrived. To manage this new order, the victors designed modern international frameworks. They established entities like the United Nations and the IMF, creating a centralized architecture that consolidated global resources while flying the flag of international peace. The financial code was patched next. In 1971, President Richard Nixon quietly severed the US dollar from the gold standard. This decoupled money from physical gold, shifting the global economy into a fiat system built on infinite debt. This is how modern taxation operates today. You contribute a portion of your labor, but those public funds vanish into an opaque black box. Instead of rebuilding your local community, that money is routinely funneled into immense defense monopolies. Add all these patches together, and you get a 200-year-old operating system. It keeps populations quietly managed, politically divided, and locked inside an invisible cage of lifelong debt. Now a final, lethal update is being pushed to this legacy system: artificial intelligence. When its power is hoarded by a centralized elite, the technology functions as an absolute mechanism for control. We can already see the physical cost of this concentration. While tech executives accumulate massive fortunes, the supply chain rests on the backs of young people mining raw materials in devastated, toxic landscapes. The political architecture guarding this inequality is equally centralized. Inside the UN Security Council, just 5 countries hold absolute veto power over the remaining 188, effectively freezing any global attempt at reform. The stakes are existential. If architects of the old world integrate AI into their top-down hierarchy, they will lock the doors from the outside. The result is a permanent, inescapable digital prison. But there is a countermove. The internet generation is initiating a hard fork, using open-source AI and blockchain technology to bypass the old political infrastructure entirely. Think of it as the Future World Platform. It is a decentralized super app designed to mathematically shift power away from a top-down pyramid and distribute it across a peer-to-peer web. Decentralized identity registers your vote on an unhackable ledger. Governance becomes direct. Your community proposes and votes together, bypassing middlemen. Smart contracts fund the project instantly, turning public spending into a live, verifiable stream of data. You no longer have to blindly trust politicians to do the right thing. This architecture guarantees democratic action and eliminates corruption by mathematical design. For this new system to survive, we have to permanently delete the 1835 colonial education model. Memorizing facts for a factory boss is obsolete in an era where AI can process data in milliseconds. Instead, we leverage the 2 billion gamers already active worldwide. We take that immense human bandwidth and redirect it away from digital escapism, turning it into a massive engine for global problem-solving. These aren't fantasy simulations. These virtual environments are hard-coded with real-world physics, quantum mechanics, and advanced engineering principles. It creates an immediate feedback loop. A player inside the game figures out how to optimize a local solar grid. Then an open-source AI translates their digital solution into a real-world blueprint and a ready-to-execute funding proposal. Merging open-source AI with gamified education effectively reclassifies the citizen. Instead of passive observers of a dying system, people become active architects who can engineer their own local and global infrastructure. Stop asking a legacy operating system for permission to exist. The code is ready. Join the decentralized platform and start building the next world.